John arrived at the lake, he couldn't help but feel a sense of awe. This house didn't even have a bridge that connected it to the mainland. He still didn't understand how or why he came to inherit it. He had no idea it belonged to anybody in his family. John stared at the house and looked around to find a way to get to it. He was a good swimmer, but he preferred to stay dry. Kitty finally laid eyes on a little rowing boat that someone had left on the shore. The paddle was in there as well. A while ago, he had received a surprising letter informing him that he had inherited it. So he had driven all the way here, about an hour away from his house, only to find that the house was in the middle of a lake. He could never have dreamt this, and it absolutely blew his mind. He rowed the boat, very eager to see what the inside of the house looked like. As he finally arrived, John didn't feel like he was standing on water at all, and he finally headed to the door. He tried to open it, but it was locked. But then he remembered that with the letter, he had received a key. He finally found it and tried it, and to his relief, it worked. He had also received a code together with the letter, 3914, but he had no idea what that was for yet. And I'll find out soon enough, he thought to himself, and he looked around the room and he gasped at the sight of it. It looked absolutely horrible. Did anybody really live here? If so, it's been years ago. Everything was old and dirty, and it smelled musty. John walked around for a bit and quite quickly came to the conclusion that this house was useless. There was nothing valuable inside it, and he would definitely not leave his current home to move into this one. He decided to clean the place up a bit and try to sell it, thinking to himself, why even bother? Nobody will want to buy this shithole anyway. He threw away the dirty and broken furniture and he cleaned it up as much as he could, at least making it smell better for whoever would end up buying it. He was a bit disappointed as he uploaded the pictures of the house online, as he had hoped to find something interesting there. But little did he know. John had no idea who the house belonged to and what he was supposed to do with it, but contrary to how it might seem, this was not the end yet. Because when John published his ad for the house, he quickly realized that there seemed to be something special about this house after all. The next day, John woke up to several messages on his phone. He was confused at first, but then he finally realized what they were about. A couple of interested buyers had sent him a message that they were willing to pay whatever he wanted. What? Why? Why would they want that, he asked himself. He didn't understand. And the messages kept coming, and John simply couldn't believe it. He stared at his phone and his mouth fell open. If he sold the house for these prices, he'd never have to work a day in his life again. He was very excited at the prospect of having this much money, but he also started doubting his decision. If so many people are willing to pay that much money for this house, in this condition, there has to be something special about it, something that I don't know about, he thought to himself. He quickly took down the ad, deleted his account, not wanting to raise any more attention. He wanted to look into it alone, without anybody else getting involved. He stood in the middle of what had been the living room, and he said, all right, now I have to find out what's so special about this place, but where to start? He had not been paying much attention to any details while cleaning the house, so he decided to check each room and look for anything useful. As he sat on a chair staring into the room, he suddenly noticed that one of the floorboards was crooked. He broke it open, and to his surprise, he found a dusty old box hidden beneath it. As he opened it, he gasped, completely amazed by what he found. The box contained old letters and photographs, and John took his time to look through them all. He couldn't believe this was real. The letters were all written by or to the house's previous owners, and they hinted at the house's past. John gasped when he saw that the previous owners had possible ties to his own family. What shocked John the most were the mentions of a great treasure, but it was unclear what this treasure was. He reread the passages mentioning it, but he became none the wiser. Was it somewhere inside this house, and what exactly was it? He knew he couldn't just let this go now. He needed to dig deeper and find answers. As John sat in the dimly lit room, he couldn't shake the memory of the mysterious code, 3914. It had arrived with the puzzling letter, and it had become an enigma he couldn't ignore. John embarked on a meticulous search of the house. Every nook and cranny seemed to hold secrets, but initial attempts yielded no clues related to the code. The house's enigmatic nature only deepened his curiosity, and he found himself growing more determined to uncover its mysteries. Just as John's excitement began to wane, he stumbled upon an inconspicuous painting in a forgotten corner. Behind it lay an old and dusty safe, dormant for who knew how long. With the code at the forefront of his thoughts, John turned the safe's dial, its clicking reverberating through the room. The anticipation was palpable as the safe finally yielded to his efforts. What lay inside was nothing like he had imagined, and it only deepened the mystery he was entangled in. Instead of the anticipated treasure, John found an aged piece of parchment bearing a cryptic riddle that seemed to lead to the treasure's concealed location. An unexpected visitor arrived at the house. An elderly man with a distinguished air introduced himself as a historian. He mentioned having extensively researched the house, hinting at a past shrouded in enigma. His presence raised questions and hopes in John, who yearned to unravel the house's mysteries. He, the historian, a captivating storyteller, began to weave tales of the house's historical significance. He unveiled the legends that had swirled around it for generations, painting a picture of a place deeply entwined with the past. As the stories unfolded, John's fascination deepened, and he saw the house in a new light. It was no longer just a structure, it was a repository of history, secrets, and untold stories. The house seems to embrace John as he ventures deeper into its recesses, guiding him to a series of concealed rooms and secret passageways. Each new discovery brings him closer to the heart of the enigma, drawing him into a labyrinth of intrigue. With every concealed chamber and the hidden passage he uncovers, John senses that he's drawing nearer to the elusive treasure. The riddle's cryptic clues become clearer, and he begins to suspect that the treasure might be concealed beneath the lake's bottom. He acquires a wetsuit, an oxygen tank, and a powerful underwater flashlight, meticulously assembling his gear to guarantee his safety during the exploration of the lake's bottom. Urged in the profound depths of the lake, John's flashlight penetrates the inky darkness, illuminating hidden underwater caverns. These mysterious passages seem to beckon him deeper, hinting at a significant revelation awaiting discovery. With each stroke, he draws nearer to the heart of the abyss, where the secrets of the lake and the house are held. Within the submerged caves, John encounters a revelation that leaves him awestruck. Mysterious ancient markings etched into the rocky wall. In the heart of the labyrinthine and underwater caverns, John's journey takes an astonishing turn. Before him lies an ancient chest, its weathered surface a testament to the countless years it has remained sealed. The excitement surges through him as he contemplates the secrets this enigmatic chest may hold, propelling him further into the depths of discovery. What he finds inside is not the expected riches of gold and jewels, but an exquisitely crafted artifact, its historical and cultural significance shrouded in mystery. The unexpected treasure leaves him in awe, its intricate craftsmanship hinting at a tale beyond his wildest imaginings. The chest may not contain conventional wealth, but John realizes that the artifact he now possesses holds a treasure of immeasurable historical and cultural value. With the fate of the relic hanging in the balance, John is unwavering in his commitment to preserving its historical and cultural value, embarking on a journey where every move is critical. The historian returns, not alone but accompanied by a few locals who understand the house's significance and the cultural value of the artifact. Their shared determination to preserve the relic and its historical importance strengthens their resolve. With the artifact now in the care of the community, John embarked on a new mission. He transformed the house into a small museum dedicated to preserving the relic's history and the memories of those who once called it home. The house became a sanctuary of heritage, ensuring that the legacy of the artifact and the history it represented would be cherished and remembered by future generations.